New rule, the California town that just outfitted its officers with nunchucks has to admit they got bored beating the snot out of people the old-fashioned way. Nunchucks? It's one thing to get beaten by a cop on video. It's another when it sounds like this.
Stop resisting. I told you to stop resisting.
I did the best I could.
Like it. The Ninja Turtle cops.
New rule, Damon Perry, the New Mexico man accused of beating his friend to death because they were binge watching The Walking Dead, and he suddenly thought his friend was turning into a zombie, has to remind me never to watch porn with him. New rule, it's okay that Walgreens has bought Rite Aid for $17 billion, resulting in a grand total of 13,000 stores and a combined workforce of 9 cashiers.
Good one.
But they have to call this merger what it really is. One-stop shopping for looters. Also, if you go to all the time and trouble to loot and your prize looted item is a 12-pack of Cottonelle, you're not getting there early enough.
That's good. It's good to see Cottonelle get some mention.
New rule, and this one goes out just to members of the Chinese...
Oh.
This one goes out to just members of the Chinese Cong Shrine, very small group who watches the show. I know you're celebrating the annual Purification Festival there in Thailand, but someone still has to answer me this one question. What the hell? Also, I get it that this guy is part of the festival and this guy is part of the festival, but someone should check on this guy. I think he may just have had an accident with a bicycle. New rule, the person who paid $23,000 for a 103-year-old cracker that survived the Titanic must resist the urge to eat it. I'm just saying, the last time someone ate an old cracker, it wasn't good for either of them. And finally, new rule, the PC police have to stop lecturing us on which Halloween costumes are inappropriate or insensitive and leave Halloween to the people it was created for, middle-aged gay men. The fake outrage people get 364 days a year to be hypersensitive about everything. There has to be one day where going too far isn't just okay, it's celebrated. Halloween is supposed to be politically incorrect. That's why we say trick or treat instead of placate and coddle. Now look, I've spent weeks working on my polka hot ass costume. And when I knock on your door tomorrow, I don't want a sermon on bad taste, I want candy. Now, as you could probably tell, I love Halloween. As far as holidays go that celebrate ghosts and mythical beings, it ranks right up there with Christmas. But lately, we have taken a day of getting off on pretending to be bad and turned it into a whole season of getting off on pretending to be good. The internet and magazines are littered with articles scolding people, like the Huffington Post's list of frighteningly ignorant costumes, which includes the completely benign, sexy nurse. Now, I never got the whole sexy nurse thing because, really, who's that horny when you're in the hospital? Thanks for wiping my ass, nurse, and while you're back there. But who is it offending? Us Weekly recently published a list of past celebrity costume transgressions, like the time Chris Brown dressed as a Taliban. Like that's the worst thing he ever did. The Taliban should be wearing Chris Brown costumes. And remember when the internet lost its mind over this getup? Now, it's not a great costume. She looks less like Crazy Eyes and more like John Boehner. But what's the big deal? Same with all the costumes on the buzzkill shit list, like mariachi. Mariachis themselves are wearing a costume. Do you think most Mexicans wear sombreros and sequined suits? No, just the ones who play that horrible music when you're trying to eat. Another one, they hate Geisha. Oh, who is that going to offend? The geisha who lives in the apartment upstairs? There's 12 geishas in the whole world, and they're all in Kyoto. They're never going to find out you dressed like them at the office party in Irvine. And of course, you're absolutely not supposed to dress as a supermodel. Another one that do-gooders really hate is hobo, which they think offends the homeless. But a hobo isn't a homeless person. He's a classic character of American folklore, a loafer who survives by doing as little as possible. I believe the modern term for it is snowboarder. And anyway, if I was a bum, I'd be thrilled someone wanted to dress up as me. They have bigger problems. When your life is begging strangers for food, every day is Halloween. You can get outraged over any costume if you try hard enough. Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz may seem innocent, but isn't it insensitive to people who get caught in twisters? Or vampires. Haven't the good people of Transylvania been stereotyped enough? Remember, Drac Lives Matter. And here's the point. Banning a hobo costume doesn't make the homeless feel better. It makes you feel better. This is the lazy liberalism in which scolding has become a substitute for actually doing something. And here's the thing. Reasonable people see self-righteous liberal busybodies trying to leech the fun out of everything, and they say, fuck, I'm gonna vote Republican because I just can't stand being on the same team as these humorless jack-offs. Speaking of whom, the costume they have been wringing their hands over since August is the Caitlyn Jenner. What message does it send? None. It doesn't send any message except if this guy is transitioning, he's got a long way to go.